Every single person watching right now can realize that people are always going to put you in a box. And we refuse to be put in a box. I opened up the song with F is for the fatties. Where
that was my daggone line. Got him took.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
You didn't say that in the whole thing.
I ain't even get my daggone credit for that.
Fubu. For us, by us, on the low.
Let's go to the next flick. Let's see what the next one is. All right, now. All right.
A heyday.
All right, so here's a picture on the set of Fatty Girl. Now, Fatty Girl was, we had this bright idea, really Carl Brown had a bright idea of having a record label for Fubu. And, but I think the idea was brilliant because what he was doing was saying, listen, if we're paying $6,000 or $7,000 or $10,000 for, a 30-second spot on TV, on commercials, and we're spending an advertising budget of $3 to $5 million a year, well, why don't we get all the artists that we know, new and legendary artists like Fatty Girl with Keith Murray and Ludacris and LL Cool J, and put together a Fubu album, because we could sell the album, but more than that, now we have 3.5-minute videos that will air for free, and we are just moving the money and showing also our customer that we just don't stamp Fubu on clothes. We make hot stuff, whether it's a record, whatever we get behind, a brand, and every single person watching right now can realize that people are always going to put you in a box. And we refuse to be put in a box. And Carl was brilliant enough to say, I'm telling you, we can do this. Now, let's talk about this video set right here. Now, this is me, Carl, Keith J, Hype Williams, and LL Cool J. LL, who's our star, who made us who we are. Hype Williams, who's one of my closest friends, one of our closest friends. But by the way, he charged us $700,000 or $800,000 for a digital video. A video right now that people could do on their iPhone. He was like, "Yo, it's digital." Now, so I don't know if he's our friend anymore. Come to think about it, yo, he charged us so much for that thing, man.
Yeah, it's right under $1 million.
But the video was hot as hell. You got our cameos in it, and every one of us are in the song. I opened up the song with F is for the fatties. Where
that was my daggone line. Got him took.
Yeah, that is true. That is
you
true.
Didn't say that in the whole thing.
I ain't even get my daggone credit for that.
You was executive producer on the album.
That was true.
ASCAP ain't sent me my check for that.
I think, the funny part is, I think if you really look in the video, you see random stuff like cars on a skateboard riding by. What was the magazine you were reading?
It was a porno, right?
It was
Which one was that, Keith?
I think it was a porno. Was it Black Gold or something?
I think it was some kind of
Black Tail or something like that. It was one of those little. It was a cheesy one.
It was a lot of subliminals in there. If you really look at the video, yeah.
A lot of subliminals. Because
everybody was rapping in subliminals. Like even LL Cool J, everything they were saying, they was not saying, but they were saying it. So the video had a chance to kind of visualize what they were saying, because everybody was talking subliminals. Ludacris, everybody.
Ludacris, everybody. You know what's crazy? Remember when OJ Simpson came onto that video set?
I got the picture the other day.
Yeah. That was right after the trial, right? I think it was.
Right after the trial. He walks onto the video set. He looks at Ludacris. Ludacris has a chain of handcuffs, like a gold chain with handcuffs on it. And OJ goes, I know what those are. And he puts on the chains. And then that girl, Corinne Steffen, she came out of a book.
Superhead.
Superhead. She came out of a book. We shot a video, and I have that somewhere. And I never sent it to get digitized because I didn't want that to leak to the press. We shot a video of OJ with the handcuffs and Corinne Steffen. And I remember somebody said, Hype said, we got to put that in the video. And I said,
No.
the stores, all the stores, everybody will drop Fubu if they believe we are endorsing whatever you feel OJ is or isn't.
Right.
And I locked that away in a vault.
But it's funny, that always happens to us. Cause remember the thing with R.
Kelly?
R. Kelly?
Yeah, he shot that
fragrance.
That was our fragrance ad. Yeah.
He shot a fragrance ad for us, and then we found out it was, he had some
That was when
questionable
that came out. He peed on that girl.
Yeah, he had some questionable things going on in his life.
Questionable transgressions.
And what we did, we never got the money back from him. And we shelved that ad because we felt that we didn't know if he did it or not at the time. Now it's obvious the kind of character he is, and I was mad that after everybody gave him a pass the first time, he went ahead and did something crazy like that. But we shelved it because we could have made money off of the publicity of it,
right.
But we just felt it was potentially pushing out negative stuff that people could feel hurt about what happened, what was happening.
Right.
Again, you know what? I didn't even think when we got in here we'd be talking about all the moral conflicts we had during our our time out there. But going back to Fatty Girl, we made no money off the album, but I think that it went gold. I think we're the only company to do original music like that by original artists that went gold. And Fatty Girl jeans sold about $80 million worth of female Fatty Girl jeans. So that was a license. So we made 10% off of that. We made $8 million. So the video and the record and everything cost around $5 million to put it all together. So we cleared $3 million.
On the low, on the back end.
I think what, it accomplished what we wanted it to. I think we used our money that we had in marketing wisely. And when you put together how many times the video spin, how many times it played on the radio, how many times it played in the clubs, the song, if you put those numbers together,
man, that would have been $10 million easy.
Right, it would have been a huge budget from us if we had to pay for it ourselves.
And we had on that album, we had In Vogue, we had Joe. We found this guy to work with our own artist named 54 Platoon. We found this guy named Little John out of Atlanta that nobody really had heard of, publicly never heard of really, mainstream.
Right.
A lot of
people don't know that even Pharrell. I'm sorry.
Right, Pharrell, right? Because Pharrell.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people don't know.
He produced it.
That's when Pharrell was kind of new in the game. Not totally new, but a little new. When he used to look like a motorcycle driver, a motorcycle rider, and he actually made the hook for that song.
He made the hook. Fatty Girl.
He actually made the first beat.
He made the first beat.
And it was knocking, but we were kind of looking for something else, and then that's when we, talked to Tone from Trackmasters, and Tone put that thing on it. Once we heard Tone's version. But I heard that Neptune version not too long ago. I was like,
nah, yeah. You know this? And that's what Pharrell told me.
With that.
Pharrell told me, he said, Carl, this is just the beginning. I'll finish it off. But I think we was pressed for time and we wanted to knock a little harder. But now you listen to the sounds, I can tell if Pharrell had a chance to finish it, it would have been crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So a lot of things can come out of there, and I always want to take it back to who's watching us and learning from us right now. Don't let people hold you in the box, and take those leaps and steps. And the good thing about the partners that we had is everybody knew their position. I had my position, Keith, Carl, and Jay had theirs. I'm Batman, you guys are Robin, but a lot of times I was Robin, you were Batman. And Carl stepped up. He risked, being ridiculed, and there was a lot of money of the company at risk because everything you do is something you're taking money away from. But you know what? We're here to talk about it again. And today we found some failures in it, but we definitely found some successes in it. And if you're watching right now, you have a team. Talk to your team, man. Ask them what's going on and get some ideas from them. And don't always think just because they work in this department, they can't rock out in another department with you, What's up? Now, it's the Sharp DAYMOND John here. And if you're already here,
I already know you're dedicated to bettering yourself and learning as much as you can. To learn even more, subscribe to my channel and make sure that you don't miss any of these valuable videos. And I will see you next time.